The first picture that I'm going to take once I have the right exposure is the gray car picture. I'm going to put it right next to the patient, and I'm going to take a picture, and I'm going to make sure that the gray car is on the picture. Once that is done, I can start taking the next set of pictures. First picture that I will take is a smile. The next picture after the smile will be retracted photos. So let me get my retractors. As we talked before, you can have many different retractors. Metal, plastic that are cut. I'll prefer the metal, but you can use whichever you want. So I'm going to ask the patient to hold these retractors herself. I'm going to use the wide end of the retractor, and I'm going to tell her how to hold it. So you're going to grab it from the small end, and you're going to put them on like this. Open. Yes, open. There you go. You're going to grab it with the palm of your hand. And what I want you to do is to bite down. So I'm going to ask the patient to bite down. And then, Johnny, come here. Take this close look. I'm going to ask the patient to pull the cheek forward. Now, collapse this. Go inside. If you do just like that, you cannot see the buccal corridors. Come all the way up here. Look from the top. But if I ask her to pull forward, you're going to open the buccal corridors. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to ask the patient to move up their chin. And I'm going to take my first picture of a retracted smile. Sometimes this picture will be okay, but most of the time, because of the angle of the light, you're going to have dark buccal corridors. We're going to show you how to fix that in a minute. Right now, from this position, I'm going to take the picture with the contraster. So how do we use this? This is a SmileLine Flexi Palette, one of my favorite contrasters. There's many out there, but you can buy this one as well. So the Flexi Palette, the idea is that you can bend it. So you can bend it like this. So I'm going to ask the patient to open and pull the cheeks up. And as I put it here, I put it parallel to the occlusal plane. As you can see, once I've set my exposure, I haven't moved myself. I've taken the smile, the retractor smile, the one with the contrasters, and any other shade-taking picture that you need to take from this position. The next thing that we can do from here is to take the occlusal shot. Let's do the maxillary occlusal shot first. How do we take the occlusal shot? Well, I use my favorite mirrors, as we discussed before, the metal mirrors. So I use something special with the metal mirrors. I use fire, right? You good? The metal mirrors can be heat up. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're done. This metal is now body temperature. And you're not going to get any foggy mirrors. You don't need water, you don't need air, you don't need anything. You just need to warm it up a little bit with your torch. So I'm going to use the same position, the same flashes, but here is a little difference. I'm going to get my ISO to 200 because for some reason the intraoral photos with the mirror are a little bit darker. So I'm going to put my ISO to 200. I'm going to say to the patient, open up and put the chin up. And I'm going to put the mirror right here. And I'm going to say breath. And at the end, when I'm focused and ready to go, I'm going to say open up. And then boom. Just like that, you have the occlusal photo. You don't need anything else. One position, one place, one set of lights. Now, we got 4 shots. We got the smile, the retracted smile, the contrasters, the shades, the occlusal shot, and we haven't moved. Let's do the mandibular occlusal shot. I'm going to come around. I'm going to ask the patient to put the retractors on. I'm going to ask her to do it pulling on the bottom of the lips. So, like a sad face, you go like that. I'm going to say, open up. Put your tongue in the roof of your mouth. Open big and hold your breath. And once I position myself correctly, I'm going to say open more, and that usually gives you an extra inch to get the right shots. And that is the shot you get when you position yourself that way. Isn't that cool? You can get everything without moving anybody. Now the last shot that I want to show you is the lateral shot. And for that, we're going to raise the bed and we're going to put it at 45 degrees. We're missing one picture. This picture is the one that I told you that when we took it, it was wrong. It's the retracted smile with all the teeth. with the flashes on this position, you will get shadows in the buccal corridors. So I leave this picture for the end, because what I do is I put these flashes higher up. So I'm going to elevate them a little bit, like this, and I'm going to try to push them a little bit closer. So now from here, the angle of the line is more parallel with the buccal corridors, and it allows light to go all the way to the back of the mouth. However, you're going to be underexposed because you just took the lights away from the patient. But I found that if you move your ISO from 100 to 200, you can get it just right. So I'm going to move my ISO to 200, and I'm going to take the same picture. I'm going to say bite down, chin up, push forward, and I'm going to take the picture. And as you can see, the light reaches the buccal corridor, and your whole protocol is done. The simple protocol. I haven't moved the patient except for the lateral shots. And you can do this in 10 minutes in any small office in a consistent way.